Hi, Eric Lima, EML Sox for Life again, aka Eric Lima. Welcome to the second edition of Lima being Lima. I'll be talking to you guys about all the cool things that I like. I'm not so sure if you guys and I would have a lot in common with things. So the folks out there in YouTube, will appreciate what I have to say. I want to talk about these guys here, the Boston Red Sox. Baseball team, which I've been a big fan of since 1986, basically, and I'm excited about the 2011 season. It's coming soon. I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get into that as the Patriots season obviously over by the upset by the Jets, and I'm really excited about the lineup they have now because they acquired 4 key players to that team, in hopes of getting them back to where they were in 2007 as World Series champions. Let's start with the lineup here. At the top of the lineup, batting leadoff, Jacoby Ellsbury. Injury-plagued season that he had last year in 2010, and basically he's got series speed in the base pass. He's the all-time Red Sox single-season stolen base record holder with over 70 bases. Breaking the old record by Tommy Harper with 54. So I think Ellsbury could be the key for the Red Sox surge in the lineup once again. Another player batting second that is coming off injuries will be former Rookie of the Year, former MVP Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia had a foot injury, and that affected his numbers a little bit. These two Ellsbury and Pedroia were the main reasons why the Red Sox won the 2007 World Series, having them bat leadoff, and they were rookies, and it was really exciting seeing that. So, and it's really awesome to see Pedroia win Rookie of the Year and then go win the MVP the next year. So hopefully Pedroia can get back to the player that won back-to-back awards, 2007 Rookie of the Year and 2008 the American League MVP. Let's go to the third, the newcomer to the Red Sox will be batting third in that lineup. This is projected, by the way. It isn't final yet. Nothing's etched in stone, according to manager Francona. We're talking about Kyle Crawford, who just signed a 7-year deal worth $142 million. So 17 contract with the Red Sox. He has been a nemesis for the Red Sox as far when he played for Tampa Bay on the base paths and offensively as well. Now the Red Sox have him. They don't have to worry about having him being the nemesis for him anymore. So Red Sox catchers can breathe easily now for the next 7 years. I'm looking forward to that. Batting fourth in the lineup, clean up another newcomer. Adrian Gonzalez, not only hits real well, he's an awesome hitter, but he's a great fielder at first base, and so that put Francona in quite of a quandary with him and Youkilis. But the solution is batting fifth in the lineup, and it'll be Kevin Youkilis. He'll be playing third base this season for the Red Sox. Third base was his position when he first came up with the team in 2004. And now he's back from another injury too, the thumb injury. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs this upcoming season. Batting sixth, who just signed another year for the Red Sox, will be Big Papi himself, David Ortiz. He's not the same guy that he was when it was in 2003 and 2004 and 2005, but he may have an opportunity to bring in a lot of runs. But then you got because if pitchers are afraid to pitch to Gonzalez, they'll be afraid to pitch to Youkilis. They have to go to him, and they have to pitch to him. And it could be a good thing or a bad thing for Ortiz batting sixth in the lineup. Batting seventh and playing his final year with the Red Sox, the contract year. J.D. Drew playing right field. J.D. had an interesting season. Injury plagued. Another one. So he was one of the guys that had to sit down and let the young rookies get their start. And then batting eighth will be Jared Saltalamacchia, despite the fact that Veritek has signed another year with Boston. Veritek, excuse me there for a minute. Veritek probably will take the role of mentor to Saltalamacchia. Hopefully that will help him. how will he do with the rotation? Well, time will tell. Spring training, we'll find out. And batting ninth, Marco Scutaro playing shortstop. Scutaro, we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know how he's going to do. But one thing is for sure, one thing is certain, he can play. He's solid at shortstop. Pawtucket's got Jose Iglesias. People doesn't believe he's ready yet. But once he's ready, we'll know for sure. Who knows? We'll have another shortstop from another team somewhere. Hopefully bring Orlando Cabrera, get him back. You know? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen this season? You know, I'm very excited about the Red Sox season. Looking forward to that. It is awesome. Look at the rotation. Beckett's coming off an injury. You know, Lackey is coming off one of his roughest starts, his roughest season ever. You got Buchholz and Lester have been holding down the fort. Dice K, we don't know what the heck he's going to do, so he's the wild card in all this rotation. And then you got Tim Wakefield, who knows what role he will play, whether rotation or bullpen. Who knows? Whatever role he plays, he tries his best at it. Let's talk about the bullpen. Two key acquisitions. I'm going to get started before that I get to those acquisitions. That Papelbon signed for a year to avoid arbitration, as was Ellsbury. I forgot to mention that before. So having Papelbon, but Daniel Bard will be back. It'll be interesting to see how he does things. But the two new additions are really going to help us out. Dan Wheeler, we acquired from the Sox acquired from Tampa Bay via free agency. And Bobby Jenks, who the Sox picked up via free agency as well, after Bobby Jenks had won the World Series up with Chicago White Sox. So it'll be very interesting to see how these four pitchers, those four, may be the key role for and the resigning of Okajima. Hopefully Okajima can be back to where he was when he first, bust down the scene in 2007. So who knows? Who knows how that's going to pan out? So I think those five guys in the bullpen I just mentioned will be the main keys to the Red Sox season. People say, excuse me. People say, well, what about the Yankees? What about the Orioles? They go. Well, the Yankees. Well, I think their run at the American League East title is up because because Andy Pettitte may retire. We don't know how Mariano is going to feel. They acquire Rafael Soriano. I don't know if that's going to help him or not. Job at Chamberlain. Who knows where that? Who knows where? Is he going to be bullpen starting? Who knows? Phil Hughes. Phil Hughes. Who knows? Did Hughes get traded? I'm not so sure on that. I forget. Let's see. Excuse me. Fix my head here. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, the American League East. It could, many of us would say the Red Sox on paper have that advantage because the Yankees only got one quality lefty in CC Sabathia. Most of the rotation, including AJ Burnett in there, could be righties. Andy Pettitte may end up. He's leaning towards retirement. That's for sure. So he's not. So who knows what's going to happen? The lineup will probably be a little different too. You got Granderson at the top of the lineup, of course, Jeter, and you got A-Rod in there as well. So Nick Swisher, Lance Berkman took off for St. Louis, so he's not coming back. The Yankees missed out on Cliff Lee, and who decided to sign with the team that he didn't want to leave, and that was Philadelphia. So Philadelphia may have the advantage in the rotation-wise, because you got, Halladay, you got Lee, you got Hamels now. It'll be very interesting to see what would happen in there. But it's, as far as the Red Sox are concerned, they've got the American League East down, and I believe they're going to win it this year. But expect the Red Sox to get off to a slow start because of the players who are recuperate from injuries. They still got to work themselves away. And it'll be very interesting to see how Carl Crawford and Adrian Gonzalez will do in the Red Sox line. Crawford knows the American League. He's played against the Red Sox so many times, so he knows how the system works there, hopefully. And Adrian Gonzalez is coming over from the National League to the American League. And many people said the ballpark, Fenway Park, could be great for Adrian Gonzalez. So who knows what will happen there. So Well, only time will tell. Tampa Bay acquired Johnny Damon and Manny Ramirez via free agency. They think that, I'm sure Damon and Manny know about the Red Sox and probably know of Francona's plans. Who knows? Francona could change it up a little bit. And I was saying, I didn't know that. So that's basically, I'm looking forward to the 2011 season. Like I said, excuse me. Patriots season's already over, obviously. I have some friends of mine who hate on the Patriots, but you know what? That's the main key. And that's no big deal. I'm used to it. I'm used to people saying, "Oh, Patriots suck, Red Sox suck, Bill Buckner jokes, Tom Brady should cut his hair." Doesn't bother me a bit. We got our championships. That's fine. All right. And the Bill Buckner jokes. Just to let you know, Bill Buckner is forgiven by Red Sox Nation, folks. I mean, just to see him when he came back to throw out the first pitch, fans gave him a standing ovation, which is really, really cool, really, really awesome. So it's safe now, safe now for Mr. Buckner to walk back into Fenway, and without getting attempted to get shot at. But the fans probably don't blame him or hiding. And I'm just saying, if I made an error like that, I hide too. But you don't have to worry about it. Because now he doesn't have to worry about it because the curse is broken. 86, So I have some friends that are Yankee fans. They dog me. They're like, they're gonna lose. They're gonna suck. The curse is gonna still there. And what happened? Ortiz, Game 4, home run. Game 5, game-winning base hit. Game 6, Kurt Schilling's bloody sock. Game 7, Johnny Damon's grand slam. And all that in the bag of chips. So, so I, basically just, yeah, I'm lame at this. Well, let's see what else I can talk about. Well, basically, it's my second episode of Lima being Lima. Tomorrow, I do not know what's gonna go on as far as the weather-wise. I work up at the local mall, and they always have me shoveling. So I work on the outside of the mall, cleaning up trash and all that, and I use special equipment to do so. I don't worry about getting my hands dirty. I do have a job, So I may be on later. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about the WWE, TNA in general, professional wrestling in general. How I became a big fan of it, and how who's my favorite superstar, diva, knockout, what have you. So that will be tomorrow's episode of Lima being Lima. This is Eric Lima saying signing off, and stay solid, people out there, and behave yourselves out there. All right, see ya, bye.